What is going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the big news in the sports world that came up yesterday on Cinco de Mayo. EA Sports is getting back into baseball. They've acquired Metalhead Software, the studio responsible for the Super Mega Baseball series, and that has a lot of SMB fans very concerned about the future of the series. But in this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on EA picking up Metalhead Software and what I think will happen with the Super Mega Baseball series. But before we get any further, make sure you guys hit that like button and hit the sub button if you're new, and hit the bell to join the notification gang. But let's get this mofo rolling. So Polygon was the one to break this story. They dropped an article yesterday on Cinco de Mayo at about 4 p.m. Eastern. And the link to that article will be in the description. But just to give you guys the Clip Notes version of the article, Cam Weber, who's the senior vice president in charge of EA Sports, told Polygon that basically this is a part of a growth strategy for EA Sports. And one of the things that they wanted to do as a part of their growth strategy was reestablishing a presence in baseball. EA hasn't made a baseball game since the MVP NCAA games back in 2006 and 2007. Before that, of course, they had MVP Baseball, which was an MLB game. And before that, they had the triple play games back in the late 90s, early 2000s. But unfortunately, with MLB The Show taking off, they really just couldn't compete, at least as far as making MLB games is concerned. And Metalhead Software actually called Electronic Arts the perfect partner to help take on its bigger projects and expand the reach of its games. This per Polygon, of course. And Cam Weber has also said that he's sure a lot of EA fans are going to assume, or a lot of Super Mega Baseball fans are going to assume, they're going to try to turn this game into an MLB licensed game. And at least from what he said, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the plan. Basically, he said that his belief is that Super Mega Baseball is well differentiated from MLB The Show, and it has its own spot in the marketplace, which is true because the Super Mega Baseball series has done pretty well, and nobody's really ever considered it to be an actual competitor to MLB The Show. It's just like a fun game for a lot of people to play. Obviously, I haven't been the biggest baseball fan in the world, but this is still a game that I've played a whole lot, and it definitely has its own spot, its own niche in the sports gaming world. And just all the customization options that you have, not only with like creating teams, but also in the franchise. You can literally create teams for a franchise, and you can pretty much customize the franchise however you want. You can add as many teams as you want, as many playoff teams as you want, and pretty much just, there's obviously limits to how many games you can have in this series, but you can go from like, you know, having like 16 games a season to like 200 or something like that, I think it was. So I think this will be a good move for both of them. Obviously, the Super Mega Baseball series will get a lot more exposure with having EA backing them, and also EA will be able to take some of the things that they have customization-wise and put them into games like NHL, like the FIFA series, and like Madden, of course. I mean, that's the one big complaint that a lot of Madden fans have, is that there's not enough creation options in the game. So maybe EA can use some ideas from Super Mega Baseball and implement them in other games, as well as building off of some of the things that are in Super Mega Baseball. With that being said, I completely get the skepticism from a lot of people. Obviously, Madden has not been as good of a game as it was back in the PS2 days, the Xbox days, the GameCube days. So I completely get why people are skeptical of this deal, because a lot of people, the one thing I'm seeing on Twitter a whole lot is a lot of people are saying, oh my god, EA's gonna ruin this game now. EA's gonna find a way to like overly monetize this game, and they're just gonna screw everything up. Which is a very valid concern. Obviously, EA has been all about the Ultimate Team money, just getting the bag by like doing all these microtransactions and whatnot. This has been a valid concern ever since Ultimate Team was created, so I completely get the concern of this series being turned into another cash cow for EA. And while I'm sure that they'll find a way to do some kind of Ultimate Team with like a baseball game, maybe down the road, But I don't think that's going to happen with this game in particular. I think that this is going to be a game that EA allows to be how it is. And maybe that's just me being a little too optimistic, especially considering how EA has operated over the past however many years. And I definitely get the concerns with ruining this game. Obviously, Super Mega Baseball is a game that was well ahead of its time, especially the past two games, both 2 and 3, with all the customization options that they had, and with 3 having all these franchise customization options and all that. I mean, this game really is ahead of its time, and of course, there was a time where Madden had a lot of creation options and whatnot, and it seems like those times are long gone. But maybe this could be EA's way of getting those creation options back into a game like Madden, back into their other games as well. I mean, NHL has some pretty good creation options. They're not the best in the world, but it's definitely better than what they had for Madden. So not only will this benefit the Metalhead Software team, not only will this benefit EA Sports, as far as getting their foot back in the door of baseball games, but it could also benefit some of their other projects like Madden, like NHL, like down the road the EA college football game that's supposed to be coming out in the next few years. I mean, this could be a big benefit for all parties involved as far as that goes. And I get that this is a lot of optimism to have for a company like EA that seems to let us down a lot more than it should. But I'm just saying it is within the realm of possibility that these things happen. I'm not saying for sure that it will, but I'm just saying that it could benefit a lot more than just the Metalhead team, a lot more than just EA. And heck, maybe this is being a little more optimistic than I should be, but maybe having an EA backing could give us like a Super Mega Football or a Super Mega Basketball or something like that. My thing is, as long as EA allows Metalhead to do their thing and not be too overbearing as far as like changing this, that, and the third with this game, as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As long as EA doesn't try to fix something that's not broken as far as everything with Super Mega Baseball goes, then I think this is a win-win for both EA Sports and Metalhead Software. But we'll just have to see. I mean, again, the hope is EA doesn't screw anything up, but I mean, we all know it's EA. So we'll just have to see, man. But until we find out more, I can't really like crap all over this like a lot of people have. But again, knowing EA's track record, I don't blame anybody for being pessimistic about this, but we'll just have to see. But let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are as far as this deal between EA Sports and Metalhead Software is concerned. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it and you want to see more of my opinions on gaming news as well as my franchise and dynasty content here on Cray Gaming, then make sure you guys hit that sub button. I actually have a Super Mega Baseball 3 series on here, so if that's something you're interested in seeing, hit that sub button and maybe I'll get it back going. I kind of put a stop on it because it wasn't getting a lot of views, but if you guys want to check it out and you really like what you see from it, I'll definitely bring it back. And of course, hit the sub button if you're new to the channel and turn your notifications on to join the notification gang. That way, every time I upload a video, you guys will be notified, and we gonna keep that mofo rolling here on Cray Gaming. And if you want to see more from the channel, check out the playlists in front of you.